welcome to my book talk. My name is Asia Gray, and I am a student learning and analyzing the historical significance of the fictional comic book Mouse, My Father Bleeds History, written and illustrated by Art Spiegelman. So in this video, I'll be talking about the first edition of Spiegelman's two-part series. So this book is set in Poland during the time of World War II. The comic book depicts the story of the author's father, Wladek Spiegelman, who is a Polish Jew during the Holocaust. As Art tries to comprehend his father's wartime memories, the story is conveyed through a series of flashbacks and interviews with Wladek. The narrative also explores Art's personal issues with his father's traumatic past and their complicated son and father relationship. So, the main characters in the story are obviously Art Spiegelman, Wladek Spiegelman, and then I would consider Anya Spiegelman a main character in the story. Anya is Wladek's wife and Artie's mother. So this ties into the specific passage of importance that I chose, which is when Anya kills herself and Artie shows his interpretation of the situation through his realistic comic strips included in the book, and these are different from the regular comic style he written. I will show you. These are the realistic ones that he written, and then these would be the regular. This is the regular story where the Jews are represented as mouse and the Nazis as cats. So I chose that passage because it is super devastating, and it just shows how the trauma and everything that the Holocaust victims went through and how it caused long-term emotional and psychological issues. And obviously not all of these survivors could manage their trauma, just like Anya. I also had a segment in there discussing the overall theme or lesson of the book, but it deleted. So I said that the overall lesson was that we, like as humanity, we learn the consequences of those actions and the long-term effects it has on the individuals and families. I also think that a lesson would be like, even when you think you have nothing to live for, there's still always something. Like, for instance, like Anya, she killed herself because she found out that her entire family was slaughtered, and her child, the previous one before Artie, and she thought she couldn't live anymore because she had nothing to live for, when in reality that wasn't true because she still had Wladek and Artie. But unfortunately, she was not strong enough to live through that. Overall, I would recommend this book to anyone who is interested in true Holocaust stories or anyone who enjoys reading comic-styled books. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to what I have to say about this book. I hope you read this book and enjoyed my book talk.